Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, indeed, we are live on the Twitch and on the YouTube. So you get the better video quality, etc. on YouTube, and you get all the bells and whistles over on the Twitch. Yes, you do. Right, I'm just doing a couple of social medias while we get started. When we continue on the Dune Awakening. Go to the live screen, there we are. There we go. Right, back in the old base. Splug evening. Indeed, same for me. Alright, okay, I think I've figured out the saturation issue over on YouTube, but I'm just going to quickly check by going to my channel. I'm watching it back as though I was watching the stream, so I just want to see if the colours now match. They should, though I was watching the stream. Oh, we're going to get the infinite loop thing. It looks like they do. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, sometimes you desaturate when you compress for stream. But I was getting the opposite effect. I couldn't quite figure out why. I think I've sussed it anyway. It's boring and technical, but never mind. So yeah, there has been more stuff done at the big base. So I'm going to fly over and take a look, even though it's now dark. I'm not sure who's on at the minute. Have a look. Space Quest, no. So we've got me, got Spluggy, Trousers, Camera. Gears not on, but okay. Sunday evening, I'm on holiday, so yay for me. Fly over to the big base. Hey, see you all, Carl. No, it's... Yeah, it's a mile away, okay. And away we go, and because I'm on holiday, no work today or tomorrow, or for the rest of the week for that matter. Oh yeah! It's warm. Cold beer, good plan. I see you, Carl, as you took off. Nice. They're probably not watching, so. The idea built a massive hangar, so the idea of the Colosseum build, you know, the steps going up to a big impressive facade at the front and all that. I think that idea is sort of, no. If I want to do that, I'll do that at the palace base I was building. Slightly that way. There we go. Not much to see right now. Yes, he's done this awesome landing bay. Because to be fair, where the base is, 99% of the time people coming to the base are going to be Guild or Friends of Guild, and they're going to land in an ornithopter. I mean, yes, you can drive there, in theory, but Nah. Let's be real. No one's approaching on foot. Lady Sky Cannon. Hey Carl, I'm here, but just to get most of the pen quest done on MP. Oh, nice. Gonna feel this day in the back today. Women can buy stuff. Oh. Careful. Yeah, so we've got this awesome hangar for flying out to Sheol. You got a lift with a straight back, which is actually an S-shaped curve. Yeah, look at this awesome hangar that we've now got. Is this the Atreides variant? It looks like it. On the yeah, on the assault thopter. I like it. I like the mechanical look of that bit. Although he's done it in blue, which is cool. I did mine in the green. The Atreides swatch. I do like the blue. I've also got the one for the buggy. Yeah, I put up some... It'll be 20, yeah, so 95 years ago. Yeah, I put up some shelves for cooking books like I did 25 years ago. Made out of spare wood. Yeah, literally planks of wood that were because the house was new build, so they were in the garden and the driveway. There was like pallets and stuff. So I just broke them down, sanded them, got them nice and flush and whatnot. Made a homemade mitre and cut them all at 45 degrees for the arms and the plate behind, and then put them on the wall. And they're full of, you know, the big, thick dictionary, thesaurus or thesaurus, whatever you want to call it, cooking books. And it's full of them, plus books stacked flat on top of the other books. And it's been up on the wall for 25 years, so one has to have 50 pairs of shoes. I do have a few pairs of shoes. But I've got wet weather shoes, warm weather shoes, it's snowed outside shoes, it's frosty and slippy shoes, and so on and so forth. Oh, we got a banner. Nice. There's an achievement for putting up a banner. I was thinking of putting them up on here, but it's sort of, I think it says Atreides hard enough on this wall that it doesn't need it, but that's nice on there. But we've lost the big, elegant, you know, the big, impressive staircase is now gone. I did like the way that looked, though. I like the way, you know, you were looking up at it, you know, like the way ancient architects built things, but this is probably more sensible. And then we've got like a little bay here, which I do like. It has a rando gap there, but still water sealed, so it doesn't matter. Even bigger ones over here, and it's still water sealed even with the gap. Just the way the game works, I guess. The best girlfriend is the one that has no... Oh. Come on, we're not 15 anymore. Yeah, so I've done not a lot in here, actually. I've just done some decorating, so I put up the chandelier, the Shai Hulud mural, you can see there. And then I've just basically done a little light decorating just to sort of populate the place up here. So, you know, it's got all these book walls. So, you know, let's have some, you know, we were here going through some books, having some, whatever, spice wine. And just quiet reading, spark. Similar here, but, you know, with that thing. And then, you know, little study area where you've pulled some books, piled them up over here and here while you're figuring something out. I might convert that wall, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, let's swap that out. Sounds like a spice blow. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go check it out. And then basically something similar up here I'd started on and then kind of stopped. But yeah, so it's just fleshing out the decoration. Message for that, but there she blows. Which way are you coming? Not even on the edge of the map, we can see it. There you go. Survived. So there you go. Yeah, the big base is definitely looking like a big base for us all to live in. The cool palace windows, etc. I do like them. They do let in a surprising amount of light as well. Is it passing? But is it going? Oh, it's just below us. Look. We were that. Maybe that's why we didn't get the storm alert then. You know, before it actually came through. Maybe. Could be. When I'm in here, I've got Intelli collectibles 1 of 2 for this area, which is this corner here. So, got one from there. Got the one from there. Got the one there. So where's the one I'm missing? Is there a base somewhere I've just not found? Somewhere here? That's what I'm thinking. It's bugging me because every other area, like 5 of 5, 6 of 6, 6 of 6, this area, 6 of 6, this corner, 6 of 6, the rift, 8 of 8, 7 of 8 there. I don't know which one I'm missing there either. Alright, that one, got them all. It's like Pokemon, gotta get them all. So there's one in this, you can see the thin white line. So somewhere inside here is something like this place. Yeah, even there, 1 of 1. So it's not Ethan's Tyrrell, there's there. That's in the other area. The Beast's Colour, got that one. There is a line there. So that's 4 of 5, and that's 1 of 2. So somewhere around about here, there's a base I've not found yet, which is bugging me. I'm going to scoot around there and have a look. I hate not having... It bugs me. I'm sorry, I know. It's what's wrong with you? Who cares? It's not... I know! No. It's alright. No. Not that way. Oh, how long are we fuel thinking? Oh, we used up all my fuel. Ah, damn. Just scan here if there's maybe one down here, because I don't really go here. There's that spot there. know I've done that Hark base there. Yeah, I got that one. Someone's got their base down here. So it's not brought up anything new here. So I figure it's got to be further out, maybe? Soto Mohoney, welcome to the stream. Here's the evil Harko spy. Instead of an evil Omni spy. I'm not a spy, I'm a shepherd. Oh, you're a shepherd spy. Alright, we're at the border, nothing else in there. There's the Omni 3. Fly out that way a bit. How is it only that many? Shepherd's pie, yes. It's before you're in Sheol proper. There's a ship there. I've definitely scanned this area with the what's-it scanner, haven't I? Double check that. Because I've got all of Sheol maps now. Let's just have a quick look. Right, okay. Yeah, already been done here, so it's not that I'm missing. Right, there's Omni 3. Oh, the buggy, yeah. I think that we've got a buggy base there. Jasmine, yeah. Jasmine mine in there. And just like boop, 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 back. These are just player bases here, aren't they? Yeah. Not seeing any new points of interest or anything else. It's there, but I think the scan would have brought it up. So it's kind of puzzling me that there's something there, but there's the trousers coming out on his Ickle base. Tyrrell there, yeah, ruined landing pad, but there's no indication there, but it's still collectibles, one of two. Bugging me. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna get some more fuel. I mean, there's a little camp down here. That's not anything, is it? I mean, yeah, they got all the minerals, plenty of basalt around here. I just feel like maybe there was something in one of the the science stations here or something. It's bugging me. No. I need more fuel. I might have to just nip back to Guild Base, borrow a fuel cell. Before I get too low on fuel. I thought I had a large one. I must have used it. Oh, mind you, I jumped in the buggy earlier and filled that, so that's probably why. The regular landing bay here. Hopefully we got enough to make I'll just craft myself one large fuel cell. There we go. That'll probably do. A moment of silence. Oh, we got space for more bodies. Oh, insufficient water storage. Holy hell. I'll pop it back in the chest of, you know, respect. Yes, it's the chest of respect. Yeah, looking miserable on the floor here. Reset your build soon. Oh, you're doing a different, what, skills and that, yeah? Yeah, I don't know with mine. I've kind of put a lot into melee, but not the longest swords. I'm wondering, long blade damage, right? You know, I'm using the Karit Viper, which is, it says long blades. I should put into that, shouldn't I? Should be that one. It's not a lot more damage, but it is more damage, you know, so. Heavy weapons really are shit in game. Yeah, the only pistol I've got I wanted to try out today was the Cope. Increased accuracy and bonus damage for headshots, lower capacity clips. It's only got round 3 for clip. But apparently, look at the damage per shot. My question is, does it fire all 3 at once? That's what I want to know. Let's swap it out for a sec. Yeah, it seems pretty good, and the 300 per shot is pretty nice for the Cope. See, now I haven't. You want to remake the whole thing? If you do, alright, I'm not rebuilding it again. What are you planning to do with the hostages? Yeah. Yeah, I think if I want to do grand palace build, I'll just build my own. And the guild base, it can't be someone like me trying to be creative and pulling in one direction and kind of ending up conflicting with other people's ideas all at the same time. It's just going to end up as a mess. And I don't want that. I don't want it to become, you know, people arguing over what looks best, because that's entirely subjective. So I think, yeah, if you do want to do that, that's great, and I'll go play building palaces on my own palace base. That's my follow. There's a salt orney for people to use. Keep reminding, but no one got one yet. Well, I've got one already. rather than sat in the dark. Yeah, so I think if I'm going to do pallety stuff and you want to get rid of that thing, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Guild base should be just what's needed for the guild. It shouldn't be any particular thing, you know? Thing with bases in AO is they were all about functionality. And people, oh, I want to put this tower down and that tower down. It was all about function and getting the most out of the area you were on. There was no... and God, did we have some arguments about that. You know, because when you... Especially when Storm had, like, any time of the day, on any day of the week, there was 60 to 130 people online at the same time. No, what the hostages, the ones all bundled up in the chest, we're going to desiccate them. Yeah, trying to go places, just doing that. I miss 100 people beast raids, elite up. Oh god, yeah, everyone in elite form because it's less laggy. No, it wasn't. It was the server that was lagging. Although I suppose back in like 2001, 2002, yeah, people were still on what, single core processors with megabytes of VRAM and oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've got 1,000,001 screenshots from back then. Getting that storm blue. Oh yeah. Do you remember the red v blue screenshot? Everyone in the red heavy tank armor and whatnot, and then everyone had got their merc armor. And it was cool that because the big back piece, you had light, medium, and then heavy, and people traded up. So if you had a light and a medium dropped, you're like, oh, I'll do that. You would give back the light and take the medium, and then someone else would get the light. So it kind of did the rounds that way. Sounded like a spice blow to me. It's like it's like we're working at the fire station. Oh shit! No, I parked in there, didn't I? I was running to the other hangar like a doofus. Is that in the radiation though? Terry Ferry, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yes, we are back in Mr. Dune Awakening. That was a plane go down. I can't see it. I can see quicksand though. Just such a good looking game. Taking a break from AO. Sort of, yeah. I mean, AO, my accounts are still active. The sub is still live. I can play any time, but at the moment I just want to play this, you know. Does that have... Now I see I've got the intelli from there. How is... Oh, it's somewhere in here. There's another spot I've not been. It's saying collectibles 1 of 2. That's collectibles, that's not intelli. Maybe that's something else entirely. Oh, refuel. Now, there was another area I mysteriously don't have. Here, 7 of 8. 2, 2. Got it. Jumble. Tower. What else is there? It's bugging me now because I'm like, well, why haven't I got whatever it is? I thought I'd been around all of these. Apparently not. Yeah, I haven't streamed. I've only streamed AO once since this game launched. Well, that's just because I'm having so much fun with this game, that's all. Yeah, I did an anniversary stream and I gave away a grace code, etc. When I used to stream, previous to this game launching, I was streaming AO 2 or 3 times a week, every week on week. And then this game launched and it's really held my interest. I'm having the same sense of fun playing this as I did when AO was all shiny and new. And when we got the 2019 server, you know, that glee of it all being fresh and new again. You know that kind of feeling? Where we're all stuck at level 10 trying to do stuff and whatever, yeah. And the other thing is, so many people I know from AO are playing this game, and it's like, oh, you know, we already know who we are, what we are, and how we'll react to things. So it's really comfortable. It's like an old pair of shoes, being around people. Gear's someone new to me, but he fits completely in. He would have 100% joined Storm back in the old days. You know what I mean? So we figured it out the other night as well. The average age of the guild is 50. I think Trousers is the youngest. Oh, he's the baby. He's the baby. Not really. Yeah, a middle-aged baby. Yeah, there you go. Not 50, but closing. Yeah, and I'm 56. Space Quest is 57. I can't remember how old Karma said he was, like 50, 51, something like that. Yes, or 47. So we're not a bunch of kids anymore. You know, a lot of the people I used to play with in Storm have, you know, when we were playing together, I was like 32 when the game launched. Still young, vibrant, dark-haired, you know, and all that. And no beard, weirdly. But beards went kind of trendy then. And I didn't grow it to be trendy. I grew it during lockdown because it was like, geez, it's expensive to keep shaving and we've got no money. So, yeah. And then went, oh, the reason I have to shave so often is in fact that my beard grows, you know, maybe I should just go with it. So I did. And I've had one since. So, yeah. And it is a hell of a lot cheaper because I've tried dry shaving with the best electric shavers that money can get. And I would shave with it and it would feel rough and it would feel like I hadn't shaved within about 2 hours. You were like, you know, you could scratch. You all got an itch. You were like that on your chin. And then the only way I could get looking like I had actually shaved was wet shaving. So I just wet shaved, and the Gillette things were about, you know, like, I know they do like off-brand versions, but I'd do like one cheek and half under my nose, and the thing's blunt. So I was like, well, this is, you know, they had to compromise somewhere. They compromise on the quality of the steel. So it's less carbonized, it's less hard at the cutting edge, and it's less sharp, and it just stops cutting after half a shave. So, you know, like disposable razors, to shave would take 3 to have one shave, and I would have to shave twice a day. Like in jobs where you either had a beard or you didn't, you couldn't be in between, because, you know, the policy was not to look, you know, designer stubble was like, no, because that just looks like you didn't shave this morning. And I would shave at 7 a.m. or something, and I would take a wet shave kit to work, because by 2 o'clock people were going, did you shave today? It was ridiculous. I remember we got a new boss came into the place I worked at the time. It was a Staples. And he came in at lunchtime. And he goes, and you've not shaved today, mister? And I said, yeah, I did. Oh, and you're telling me... you're telling me that by 12 o'clock you've got 4 o'clock shadow? And I went, yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. And he was like that. He goes, make sure you shave tomorrow. I said, I have a wet shave kit in my locker. And he said, well, I'm on early tomorrow, so you have that shave when you get in. I went, okay. And we both got there before the place opened, and I had the shave in front of him. And sure enough, 12 o'clock he looked and he went, Jesus Christ. I said, I told you. He said, well, he was like, I'm very, very sorry. And he couldn't stop it. He was like, so sorry. And he was apologizing. He said, I've never known anyone because my beard was jet black. So, you know, that really did show through. So he basically, yeah. After that, he was just sort of, why don't you just grow it out? And I was like, no, I don't want a beard. I look old, you know. Now it's like, well, I am old. Fuck it. Yeah, well, if you're an officer in the forces, oh, fuck yeah, yeah. If you have a beard, it's got to be the tidiest presented beard ever, or not at all. There's nothing in between. It's taken me 8 years to grow the 14 whiskers I have. Well, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I've got more Neanderthal or some shit in my DNA, I don't know. Right. I am getting a beer. Right. Right, so we're trying to figure this out. I know it's not important, but it's bugging me. So this area, 7 of 8. And it's got the Intelli symbol on it. You know, like looks like a compass. Done that. Done that. That's just over that line, and that's done. There's 76. There's no Intelli in there, is there? Two of 2, 6 of 6. There's nothing down here. I mean, there's a few I've never been to, like Farhold Storage, but I've been in there and got that. And that one. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know which one I could be missing. See, when I come on here, I've got everything. If I go down south, got all 8 from there. Here, 9 of 9. Rift, 8 of 8. Here, though, Jabal Arit al-Janub. Yeah, for some reason, I'm missing one. Al-Garb, Al-Janab. Yeah, so this is like Jabal Efrit, but so I guess Al-Janab is east and Al-Garb is west, I guess. So it's like, well, where's this base I haven't got it from? I don't know. Does anyone know? Duskwraith Hideaway, maybe? Could it be in there? It normally tells you if there's Intelli in a location, doesn't it? So if it doesn't tell you it's there, is there none? Or occasionally is there some? Or some such thing. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Well, Duskwraith Hideaway, the Dustpan. Let's investigate a couple of these and just see whether or not maybe that's where this is. I just want it done. Let's go to that one first. Garb west, Shark east. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some people have a lot of facial hair, some people have less, some people have, you know, just is what it is. Nothing to worry about. It's not a defect, you know. I've probably spent thousands of pounds on shaving. I could have bought another car with the amount of money I've spent over the years. This does not look like somewhere that I would find that. It's more like, yeah, just come here and farm corpses. Is what it looks like. Let's try this cope out while we're here. Are there any mobs up?
Who's that?
There's no scope on it. So. Okay, one shot. These aren't particularly strong mobs, but even so. Down is down, son. So is the 306 damage only while it's a headshot? Maybe. That's quicksand. Yeah. Interesting. However, no intelli. That rock is just there to stop, make you fall in. I guarantee it. Any fighting going on, but not any bots. None in here. The docking will probably be remade over at the roof, so you can rebuild the whole area later once people dock off there. Oh god. I could probably rebuild that palace thing pretty quickly now. Kind of redone it a couple of times, so... And the angled stairs thing, I just think aesthetically it looks good. I know a lot of places are not built that way in the real world, because of how difficult it is to do that. Right angles are strong, other angles less so. Which is why stealth planes are such a nightmare. Right angles reflect radio waves really, really well. Other angles less so, so making something radar invisible. Yeah, it doesn't go through those, okay. Apparently my knee does, though. Nice to know. There was a lot of purple around that shield. I was like, oh, are you a special thing? Or something? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything of note here. No, you know, no base I haven't uncovered or something. So. Yep, I think we've done the whole of this place, so... And there was nothing here. Oh no, we haven't. Slaver camp. So just... Harkonnen 1. No shit. We know. We kind of noticed. That's nuts how many they've got versus how many... on this server, on this siege. The first... 3 weeks, I guess. It was Atreides by a landslide for 2. Last week it was a bit more even. It was like 10 versus 13, you know, something like that, which I prefer to see. That looks more balanced. And then voting power. I mean, can we even vote? Exclusive armor imports. Reduced mining times. Ooh, that's well in the lead at the moment. No, I have to see. Well, Harks are getting armor. I'm guessing is what it's looking like at the moment. I'm interested to see what the third faction's going to be. Do you know what my guess is? Fremen. If they're going to continue the storyline, I think it's going to be Fremen, you know. 2 of 2, 1 of 1, 1 of 1, 6 of 6, 1 of 1, 1 of 1. It's still saying 7 of 8, and that's bugging me. That's just bugging me. Yo! Why? And the same up where the guild base is as well, you know, this section here. It's saying 1 of 2 collectibles. And I've been to everywhere. Look, 1 of 1. one of one. I can't see another one anywhere. Where's the... Yeah, there's that. The siege. Is there one maybe in there that I missed? Maybe. That's in that area. Maybe I did miss it. I've been there twice. You know, once for me, once for Space Quest, etc. Excuse me, Annex, I'm off to bed. Vacation over, work tomorrow. Ooh! I know, dude, I know. Good night, my dude. Could be one in there I'm missing. Doesn't mention one, but that's maybe where it could be. At least the parts of it that aren't the quest line. Because I'm not sure you can go through it a second time. I think you can only get as far as the door, can't you? Where was that? No? Okay. Sheltered. Are we actually sheltered? God almighty. Are we sheltered here? I don't trust that. Yeah, let's do this instead. And if any mobs will be up, people tend to come in and kill everything in sight. Well, maybe not. Some hidden intel in here somewhere. A lot of base in here. Dune Man's scout helmet. Interesting. I wonder if there is a hidden one in here somewhere. We'll go up where that light is if we can. It's not actually walled off. Yeah, when I came here I was just focused on let's get the trial done. I didn't really have much of a look around otherwise. Until, you know, we got through the door. I don't think you can go through the door a second time. You've already entered the seats, yeah, so unfortunately you're kind of locked out. No? Can I not climb in? No, I don't think I can. I think it's there, but it's not actually somewhere you can go. Okay. It's kind of a shame. I think that's kind of needs to go. Like, you should be able to re-enter these. You know? Should be able to come back to them and explore them freely. Rather than, you know, oh, one visit and you're done. Like the spoiler, the water dealer's place. Anarchy Online is such a great universe, it would rock as AOT. Thing is, a lot of Anarchy Online is based on DUNE. You know, a desert planet that's being terraformed for humans to live on, where the most valuable substance in the universe exists, which is Notum. And people fight over the Notum. Yeah, there's a lot of... Oh god, where did I put that thing? I should pick it up. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, there we go. Dong. Harkonnen Omnitech, possibly. Yeah. Although the setup is definitely different. But where the fuck is it possible to place a vehicle? That's inside a different thing, which is complete. This one's been done. Anything beyond that line is in a different area. That's done. There's nothing here. I don't get it. What have I not picked up somewhere? Some dude on his buggy. Could this be a Soto Mahoney? Easier before. Yeah, like you can't put them down on a slope or whatever. Build your mining outpost where the aluminum is, dude. It's way easier. It's like I've been to all these. Like this one here. Iron Watch. Done that one. Got the intel. I wish the contract's renewed as well. Third faction, as the Emperor tried of the houses BS and is coming to fix it. Ooh. Yeah, Omnitech would be a better fit for that. The established empire that controls everything, not the houses around it. Yeah, it would be. But there are certain similarities, definitely. Please have more contracts. Yeah, build a Mark 6 cut array. You know how much stuff that uses? Cost you more in resources than the reward, because I think the reward for that... what are we? Cutting edge, yeah. What do you get? 14,000 to make it, and to make a Mark 6 cut array... Where is that? Can I even see it on here? Mark 6 cut array, so... Yeah, 50 plastinium. Spice melange, 27. Just seems like a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Oh, have you seen what the... I don't know if you've ever been in one of these when you actually get a sandstorm. Vehicle is out of range. If you just walk inside, you shout that you're enclosed in here, but watch what the base does. So where's the storm coming from? Right, yeah, so it'll be here very shortly, but yeah, if I stay in here... If you need to AFK, yeah, the doors... And like you become water sealed in here. Which is kind of cool, to be honest.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
The NPCs run in. It's pretty cool. Mr. Torp. It said Mark 6 for me and I passed. Not an ornithopter, but I'm not going out into new territory to get ganked, I think you meant to type. As I wander around. Thank you very much. I know what you're saying, yeah. You can get Stravidium and Titanium without going into the PvP area, but what's happened is they've not put no build areas on top of the nodes, which they need to do. The Atreides are more like Omnitech. I disagree. I would say all the houses are more like the clans, because they're a feudal system. So all the houses, the Harks and the Atreides and you know, all these other ones. Oh, we're a proud house and traditions. Like they both manipulate people. The Harkonnens do it with hate. The Atreides do it with love. Two sides of the same coin. So you know, you're going to be indentured. Might as well be indentured and be loved than do something out of negative emotions. It's Paul himself. Yeah, I mean, that's Paul's story. That's not the Atreides story. Yeah, Paul is the one that makes that switch. Because, like, as she says, Jessica says, your father didn't believe in revenge. He thought it was a negative. He thought it was too much like the Harks. Negative, you know, don't want anything negative based in negative emotion. It's not our way, you know. Yeah, Paul, though, once he became prescient, could see the future and that. He backed away from the Golden Path. It was, in fact, Leto, his son, when he became prescient, also saw the Golden Path. But he embraced it. My shield is on, I'm a Goliath. Oh, I got what I wanted. Emperor is the neutrals. I think the Emperor's more Omnitech. You know, the bigger ruling body would be Omnitech, wouldn't it? And it's Leto that becomes God Emperor of Dune by combining with the worm. I mean, Paul Atreides, his story is a tragedy in 3 parts. Is this on drum sand? It most certainly is, and my shield is on. hadn't even started the compaction and it bloody hell. Shy Halloon. Hello! My name is Jeff, I come to play. Sardaukar are the unicorns, yeah? That's it. That's it, mate, yeah. The Omnitech isn't the Hawks. Oh, look at it though, man. Just look how pretty this game is. The sunrise. There is a chest up there as well, if you didn't know. But it will put you just over 750 meters, so you will burn fuel. Old Sparky Mark II, some coins, Newsman. Yeah. I mean, it's not a great chest, but it's a chest. Sometimes there's an ornithopter to scrap up here as well. First time I came up there was, anyway. You know, like a downed ornithopter. Chome is Omnitrans. There you go. Yeah, it's all coming together now. Yeah, I think Omnitech are the Emperor. You know? Ross is the Emperor. Shot loot. Get the chest from the anomaly naked like a Chad. Yeah, I could actually, because I know exactly where it is in the anomaly. Okay, that should be pretty much everything except Old Sparky Mark II. Okay. Oh, chest is full. I need more chests, or I need to start getting rid of stuff from the chests. Go to the chest in the anomaly without a rad suit. Okay. How long have you got? Like 60 seconds in and out without a rad suit? Challenge accepted. It is right there. Oh, the hidden chests, yeah, like the broken... kind of spice shrine. Yeah, I kind of go around looting the chests quite often. Once you know where they are, you're like, yep, doing the rounds. Right, see how long we last. Oh, you do not get long without the rad suit. got to climb up to do it. Yeah, once you know it, it's by the big phallus sticking out the ground. But it is like jump out, jump in, go. Yeah, as soon as you get to like 500 odd meters, you're out of the rads anyway. So you just get straight up. Oh, is this guy's trying to farm the spice? There's a spice blow there. Right in the, well, not in the middle, but, you know, well and truly inside the drum sand. So I'm going to observe the true Chad now, not me, proper, fuck you, Shai Hulud. That's my spice. Oh, he's compacting. I'm not coming for it. Fuck, see how quick he turns up. Fair dues, man. Fair dues. I ain't going down for it. Don't you worry. I'm not touching your spice, mate. That's all yours. Worm sign's gone. Is he going back down? I say he, figuratively, could be anybody. Whoa! He fell out of his fucking plane as well. Oh shit. I saw him drop. Fucking hellfire. My audio every time I start the game. It's all yours, buddy. I wouldn't touch it on drum sand. Did you just emergency exit the Thopter there? It looked like you fell. Oh my god. There? Fair play. He got out. I ain't gonna take it, that's all yours, buddy. You can't see who's in a Thopter, if you notice, that's the thing. I don't know who that is. Got some balls. There you go. He's got the cojones. Or she has the cojones. They're coming out. They're doing it. They're doing it. This is why I don't do drum sand. Like, yeah. Fair play to him. I wouldn't. This is why I don't bother doing the drum sand spice blocks. Like, you saw how quick the worm came for that. I hope they make it. There's Spluggy's base. Do you know what though? I still can't see it on my map. I know that's his base. It's right next to mine. You know, it's one of those. Wasn't you this time? Yeah, it's just the speed the worm turns up on drum sand is just nuts. Well, this is Spluggy's base. Oh, there's Splug. Or one of us going in. Splug, let me put the carpet down in here. If you look at the stream, you'll see it. It's exactly the right size. The Atreides carpet. But I can't place it because I don't have the permission. Yeah, that'd be cool in here though, wouldn't it? Even if you don't have the Atreides furniture set, I can still place it. I do now. Blocked by an object. Oh, this thing is difficult to place. Okay, just temporarily. Placement blocked by another object. Oh, oh, oh. There you go. It's down. It doesn't look perfectly placed, but I tell you what. If it's bang on with the base, I'll move your stuff back. There was a chest over here as well. Yeah, once it's down, you can, you know, you can place on top of it. You just can't place when there's stuff on top of the floor you want. I've been wanting to do that for ages. Since I saw this base, I was like, you know what you need? You need this carpet I've got. You need this rug, my dude. Yeah, you definitely need this rug. This rug really brings it all to life. It's cool. I like the fact that it's not a box. It's different from a box, you know? It's cool. It fits snugly, splugly. Yes, it does. Yeah, I think you can... now it's down, you can kind of finagle it and move it. Because it's now your rug, right? So... I put the things more or less back where they were, so... you can... if you move them off and maybe move a couple of other chests and stuff around, you should be able to get it absolutely centered. Yeah, the rug really ties the room together, man. It does, it does. Yeah, if you've got a friend who has the build set and you don't want to spend all that money on the building set, if you give them temporary building permissions, you know, they can place it. Like, if you would like an Atreides chandelier here, you know, I think that would blind the room out, but, you know. I spent all those Solari on that. I'm nuts. Let's undeposit the other stuff. It's just weird. That base doesn't show up. I've got built... oh, now it shows up. Authorized sub-thief callous 2. That needs to be Splug's Nest. Anti-box slander needs to be stopped. Boxes are fine. There's nothing wrong with boxes. Boxes are exactly what my base is based on. This is my first Hager base. I really want to remake it at this point. Because now I've learned so much more about the building system, I would make it very, very differently. It's a tale of evolution, though. So, the first floor is the box I originally built. And really, I should get rid of these and get the better generators. And it was just this. This was the whole base, just this floor. And then I learned about more, so and needed more space, so I went up one floor. And eventually, I'd played long enough to have the money, and then the Atreides components start turning up, and we've got this, which is a bit of a mess. It's like half of one, 6 dozen of the other. But the problem is with this base is what I didn't understand or didn't notice at the time. If I go to all, Yeah. Oh, not all. Part picker. Yeah, you can kind of see see how I placed it? I didn't realise how much was under the ground. There's like a ton of height just buried under the sand. If I'd have built this on, you know, built it, gone 4 blocks up and built it again, I could have got this way, way better for height and width. And then I started building without really thinking about it, not realising I wasn't square to the cube I was building in. So I immediately ran into problems. You know, I'd get to here and it would go, I'd go, right, one more here, and then this pillar can go there. And it was like, no, you can't build there. Because if you try and build there, like if I do the same thing, so I do this, move further inside the land claim. So trying to place this cube here, one tiny molecule of it is poking through the build area, so it won't let me place it. So what I really should do, and then I expanded it out this side, thinking, yeah, I'll just build out that way, and then discovered, yeah, you can do that, but if you watch, if I turn that off, if I go in this direction, round about here, I'm on worm sand here. I've got to get, yeah, so I can only build to there. If I build any further out, Jeff turns up and eats anything I've built. Actual Ellie, thank you for the resub, much appreciated. You can, yes, I do know that Iron War, I do. But trying to place it? Yeah, maybe we do that tonight. But my thing was, oh, screw it, it works. Like, all these janky corners and stuff on this base are all the result of my learning curve. Not by design. That would wind me up so much, I'd be tearing it down and break. I know. Should I do it? Shall I? Right, I'm going to get a beer. So I'm brave enough, Dutch courage and all that, and then I'm going to kill the sub-thief, lose that extension, which is useless anyway, and then I'm going to try and place it and get the whole base in it, but squared up. I think I might be able to do it, because I wanted to expand in this direction, but there used to be a base there where, you see where that is? There was a base right there, and for the last 2 weeks, that base has been slowly eaten away by the base. It does tell a story, yeah. You can copy the base and rebuild it. I know. I have a Solido base doohickey. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm getting a beer, and then we're going to try and get this thing placed. I might have to replace it like 4 or 5 times until it's, you know, because you can't see every corner when it's as big as it is. So give me a sec. Yeah, so top tip when you're building your base, when you go to place the fief, it is not at the bottom of that build cube, you know, that nice blue cube you see. So anyone newish to the game, maybe only built 1 or 2 bases or whatever, but might not know this yet. Okay, all. So if I was trying to do this now, what I did was go, okay, yeah, there looks good, and placed it on the ground. Now you can see, if I start moving the fief up, how much higher it gets. But the base part is still touching the ground. Oop. Let me just get on top of here. So you want to be like 4 blocks off the ground. You see there, it's not quite on the ground. And then it's under the ground. So to see how much more height we've got here? It's difficult to kind of do it and show at the same time because it flies up in the air. Actually, I can show you. Because I did it with... I got Space Quest to do it. Check Discord, image there. Oh, yeah, there you go. Right, so here we go. So, sub-feast placement, there you go. So, foundation floor. So if you put it on the ground, all of... there you go, you can see it on stream. So, yeah, this is what I'm trying to describe. So if you put it on the ground... You think, oh, you can only go that high. So what you want to do is place it, then build a few blocks up, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks off the flat surface you want as the base. Delete the old one, build it at the top of that block. Now, if you're going to go for much higher, then you want to start it off at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks and so forth. That's why we've got so much height and depth on the guild base. So the placement is not... my assumption was if I place it on the ground, if I place the sub-fief here, that's it. And it's not. So with Space Quest's base, he said, right, I'm going to build a base in Hagar North, you know, because he's only played like 30 hours total. So it was like, I'm going to build a base, Hagar North. I need to pick out a spot. I said, I know a spot because there used to be a base there and it's gone now. And after I saw their base, I was like, damn, I wish I made my base there. You know, because of how much better the location was than the one I was in. Oh, I just closed the YouTube and I didn't want to do that. Now I can't see the stream chat. Studio. How do I get back to it? I closed it. In error. Dashboard content. Can I go to... I can see that, but I can't see the chat now. Oh, crap. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, we're just going to go to the live stream instead. Oh, dear. There we go. And now I can see the chat. Right, okay. That's the only thing I'd lost. When you start the chat, you've got like a nice window for it, but I couldn't see it, so... I don't want to miss people talking in that chat. So, yeah, for this one, you can see I'm blocked. That's somebody else's sub-fief. So with this, it starts there, but thanks to some jiggery-pokery, You can see now how far it actually goes up from a single placement. There's no expansions on that at all. And that isn't even, like, the ground here is not even the base. The base goes down there. Because I think originally we were thinking, let's have a ramp up and off the sand for the buggies. So, yeah. Where's the no I'm looking for? To your comment on the Discord. I'm going to remake the guild base. No! Don't do that. Oh my god. Yeah. But for my little single block here, could have columns that extend to the sand without breaking this one would be cool. Oh, maybe. Experiment base later, yeah. My plan with the palace base was to span across the two rock columns, so I might yet do that. But it's going to take place, destroy, build from the other side, destroy, go back to the first side, over and over until it kind of works, so. Right, okay. So, do I have the materials to build a sub-thief? Salvage metal, yes, at the moment, because I have 40, but do I have 40 in my inventory? Probably not. Right, okay. Let's dump all the shizzle. Our bases in DD that usually stand on 4 blocks. Yeah, stability is confusing in the game. What makes it stable, what doesn't? Right, so I don't... Without the sub-thief, I can't auto-pull items from there. So we only need 40 to rebuild it. So can I split that from there? No, cars... It's full. Yeah, okay. So when I originally built it, I think the placement was kind of middle of here. So how many blocks up are we now? So looking at that diagram, for the height... There. Let me just see if I can reopen the... Ah, yeah, I got the studio window open. That's better. Yep. There you go. Now I can see the chat nice and big. Yeah, so I want to be 6 blocks high just for doing the one placement. Not 4. So 6 would be better. So from the ground, let's call these foundations a block. So we're like 1, 2, 3. Oh, some half blocks here, which is confusing. Right, hang on then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. So it's more or less on top of here. I need to replace it. Okay, let's do it. We'll probably have to place it and remove it a few times to get the entirety of the base back inside. Everything's broken, everything's broken. Yes, it is. Right, okay. The trouble is seeing if you're on top of it all or not. That's more square to how the base is. See, the problem is when you're placing it over a base, you can't quite see if everything's inside, because when you try and move, of course, all of that changes. Okay, that's now in. But I can't see that edge. Time for a storm. Oh, almost certainly, yeah. That's exactly what will happen. Yeah, less going out towards the sand and more this way. How are we on alignment? That's more in line with how the base blocks work, and then I could extend back up there. But you see, if I want to know if that's covering... Right. No, you see, it's not covering there, so that's no good. So that was like 2 or 3 blocks. Let's get the orientation again. Okay. So maybe about there. Is everything inside? I can't see. No, I see half of that's out of the way as well. This is why I didn't want to do this. I knew it would be hard. The bigger the base you've built is, the harder this is going to get. I think what I need is some squares across here, so very quickly. Will it pull from? Oh. No, it can see the gear. Connect to a structure. Well, what the fuck's that if not a structure? I just want to put a line across the middle. None of this shit wants to connect? What? Oh, the pentashield's in the way, isn't it? Oh god, hang on. Okay. There we go. Oh, and you're gonna die of thirst. Maybe here. I wish... Yeah, well, dying. Yes, I know. I think it needs to be there. Let's just see, is the front in? I can't tell. That's what, yeah. Place it right the first time. I kind of wanted to go back here, but I think it's going to have to be... Is that in over there or not? Okay, let's do an inspection. No, it's not. Okay. It's going to have to be maybe there even. Okay, that looks to be in line. Okay, that's inside, you're inside. Oh, is the ground... Ah. I'm too high. I'm too high. Need to be a block lower. So there, but a block lower. Right, okay. Get this I think, yeah, I've got it all, and then the foundations aren't inside it, we're fucked. Because it'll just eat the foundations, and then the whole base collapses. Yeah, so we're thinking, build it here, so we want to get quite as much height. Okay, that looks kind of aligned. Try and keep it more or less in that space. Is that... Yeah, I think maybe... No, gotta go further back. Further back. Can also raise it with control. Oh, well, it's still placed. Okay, let's try... Okay, let's go this square near the middle. Let's just look at orientation. Okay. Your subpiece will extend the limits of the building characters for the buildings below. Please, excess number of pieces will be No! No, fuck control. What the fuck is it saying? What's this shit now? What's go... Oh, wait. Am I... Your subfief would exceed the limits for building categories listed below. If you continue, the excess number of pieces listed will be demolished. Production 1. What the fuck? It wasn't saying that when it was up there. Do you have any stalkers? Probably. Your subfief will extend the limits for the building character. Well, which one? No! I placed it before it didn't do that. What the fuck is going on? Why is it... Okay, this is freaking me out. I've just fucked my whole base. Actually, I can see how aligned we are, which is a bonus. Right, okay. Forward. Why is this message now? Why? Why this message now? I didn't get the message that time. Okay, everything's done. Okay, are you in? Okay, you're all in. This is good. I don't know what. The back wall is not fucking well in. See, all this will get eaten by the storm. Fuck. How far? And just out on this side. Ah, fucking. Why did I... Oh, yeah. Okay, so I need to move it to the middle, and it's diagonal again. Right there. I'm trying to see rebuilding the fief over an existing base. Oh, what? Well, when you're not over the things that are there, I'm not getting a warning. I have to manually go and check. If I place it here, which I think covers everything that was already there, it's saying it's too big for this subfief. There's too many pieces. What a... Oh, fuck, why did I do that? You know, if this was a single-player game, it would be load the old save. Production... Fucking hell! Explain! Well, it's saying it's going to destroy stuff, but not what it will destroy. Do you know if this game has an active roleplay community? It probably does. You drove into Sheol in a buggy only to find out the buggy had the wrong drill on. Okay. So, I can see the corners there. So, what it's saying is this base is too big for this fief that it was running under previously. What? Alright, just... Okay, what got blown up then? What is not inside the fiefdom? Have a look. You're just on the edge there by like a whisker. You're all good here. I can finish that up neatly now. Down here is good. Does it mean the foundations? Like maybe I was still too high? This looks fine. Except for here. That is projecting too far, but that's easy enough to fix. Is it that one thing? Because it was poking out a little too far. Because we could fix that with a flat wall. It doesn't need a window there. I could just give it one of them. There you go. So maybe that's what it was going on about, like that. But it didn't warn me that any of the other parts were not inside. I'm just really, really hoping that the bottom of the base, you know, the actual big structures. Let's have a look, because if they're not in, then it should tell me that I can't place it. You see, yeah, it's going to let me place that. So the blocks that are there must be inside the build cube, right? Disable some machines and delete 2 generators. Do you think that's what the message was? Because I did have an extension before. Why have it on if you're not building stuff? Okay, they're off. Delete 2 generators. Okay. Is that what you're on about, Gokhan? Each stalker increase the numbers of block, etc. You can as well. Production equals generators and other machines. For 2 feet. I think so. But it didn't give me the message when I placed it and none of the foundation blocks were inside the fiefdom. Now everything is. You can see it's like giving me aggro here, but it isn't going through it. Let me place. So now I can extend these walls out and make something neater and better. And also I've got the height where I can do a better job of like the entire helipad. Yeah, everything looks to be well and truly inside. I need to rebuild the... Oop. Okay, let's just repair the pentashield. Okay, all base, horizontal. There we go. Okay, so pentashield's done. I think it's okay now. Plus, I won't have to do all this malarkey. Because now the base is in alignment with the build space. Before... Let's get an extension right away, you reckon? In which direction though? You think I still need the extension? Yeah. Does it matter if it's outwards or upwards? Does it matter? Oh yeah. Let's just take you for a little ride. Ow. Right, let's put this back where it normally is. Just for the count increase. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter if it's up, down, or whatever, does it? Right, you live there. Guild access to enter. Enable. Yeah, it's all happy. Refuel generators. Oh, down to 1 day. Okay. So this, the extension and height, if you like, you feel like a lot. You lost 2 production and then deleted another 2. So 38 at 40. Oh, is that on the? Hang on, let's get the science of this stuff. Right, so I'm looking at building space pieces well under production 38 or 40. Right, so that's why it wasn't happy. Fuck me, 30 light is crap. That we need more. It needs to be an option. Oh, I owe taxes again. Oh, because it's a new one. Right, yeah. So all the taxes from the previous one, which would have carried over to next week, don't anymore. Well, I'll sort that out. Right, okay. The base is secure, but we need to extend. But what do we want to do? I mean, extending outwards? Where I can't go out this way. Everything past pretty much. So if I extend on this side, you watch on screen now, so I'm following it. I hate this chat. You write something and Cal goes into a menu, chat times out, and we won't say, sorry man, I'm sorry. Yeah, so if I build out to here, and in fact, see it's doing it now. Right, so that's the limit. So if I put another one down, I lose all of that. In fact, I built to there where there was no drum sand or worm side, and Shai-Hulud still turned up and chewed the base up. So going that way is no good. Check your machines. Okay. Refiners, the expensive melange, that's okay. I did switch them off. Okay. Repair, blood. That's okay. General, they all seem to be here. Death stills. Yeah, that's it. It's all here. And the mats dropped on the floor. Yeah, no, I mean, repair station is there. It's all good. Recycle is there. Working fine. Blood, yeah, that's all full. Weapons fabricators, all good. Survival, basic, all good. Need more of that. Yeah, all of that is good. Chemical factory, we're all good. General thing, which I don't actually think I need anymore, but yeah, that's good. Death still 1. Death still 2, yep. Spice and advanced survival. They're switched off at the moment, and I've been emptying them. So they don't have any inventory. They're still here. I don't want to power them up because I don't know if I've got enough power at the moment. That's where the 2 basic generators were. Which is why I've got all of that there. Omnidirectional generators, they could have popped, couldn't they? I'm still powered, I'm not... Well, they're spinning, but are they... Yeah, I had some fuel in them. 1 day, 21 minutes. 1 day, 21 minutes. That one's there, but there were 2 up here. Ah, there you go. Yep, spotted. Yeah, so it deleted that machine.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Well, thank fuck it didn't do it 10 minutes ago, because we'd be... Oh, my big one is gone. Shit. That was my... holy crap. That was my directional one. Oh, I've got all this crap from looting before. I should have done this before I started. Yeah, my big generator's gone. The directional's poofed. I hope I haven't completely lost what was in there. Although the base is still all powered, so... Oh, the fucking chest full.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Yeah. Large sandstorm. We got it. What other crap? Alright, okay, let's just recycle some of this shit. Don't rush. Don't delete something you want to keep. Yeah, okay. Fell to lower floors. Hope not, because it's not there. So if I want to build another one, have I got the resources? No. I might have lost 120 duraluminum in that little episode. Damn! Did I get the Thopter back inside? I did, yeah. Gear 120 is nothing. You have it right. Well, I'm gonna come. I did build one of these generators at the guild base because we needed the power at the time and I had the resources at the time. So if you don't mind, I'd like to claim it back, please. But we need to do the thief extension thing first. I've definitely made this base a lot better. Like, I was restricted, hang on, so I couldn't even, on this thing, I could not even, where's part picker? I couldn't place that, because it extended beyond the build, which annoyed the piss out of me. And the same at that corner. In my mind's eye, it was like, this is how it's gonna look. Oh, hang on. Ah, shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring that in 1 square, aren't I? Or should I just extend forward? Ian War, yes, I did get the Thopter back inside, but thank you for thinking of that. Yeah, so if you go forward here, you're kind of running onto open sand. Yeah, so worm. Doesn't do, so I'd be wasting a hell of a lot of it just to keep that one bit in. So you see that's extended out to the front, which is where I had the build space before. Shit, man, I just lost 120 duraluminum. So if I move this whole base back 1, I mean it still works as long as the body of the Ornithopter fits. You're in. But I'm gonna lose this side over time because yeah, the front of the base is okay, I think. Yeah, I just can't extend that way. That's an easy fix, though. That's an easy fix. So we just gotta demolish that. You. And you. Then... No, pick the wrong... Yeah, I used part picker, it picked the shield. Then we're gonna part picker. Just for now. And then go... all horizontal. Poof, there we go. And then we'll put the pretty things on. Oh, oh, you know, fuck it. I'll mess with it later. Yeah, because if I delete that, I think I'll lose the pentashield a second time. But whatever. Okay, so I'll do that off stream. So it was yeah. Oh, that's weird. Oh, yeah, I suppose it was in the middle of there. Yeah, the big ornithopter, the assault is back in. So to get the build thing, I've got plenty of height. Can I? Let's get a lateral one. Let's get a, you know, not horizontal, the other one. Let's make one of those. Before we do that, let's stop dying of thirst. Forgot I'm not in a bloody frem suit. Usually when I'm doing building and whatever, I immediately, right, put the frem suit on before you get started, because you'll get distracted. Okay, vertical staking unit, that's left, right, etc., yeah? Let's make one of those. And let's make a vertical one. Alright, so we'll do vertical. Let's see what we can do with that. I mean, do I want a Tower of Doom looking out over the desert? Maybe I do. Dying of... I've passed that rite of passage. So if I do place this... Just throw it in there for a sec. So I've got to build up to the ceiling and then place it, and then I've got a massive tower. Or I can extend onto the rocks there, but there's a lot of nodes there. I don't want to... So you need the blocks up to do it. I mean, I can place it here. But really, I should build upwards to do it, shouldn't I? I can't see what it's going to add. That's what annoys me about those. Gear seems to have got it sussed, but I don't. Let's grab the other one. Oh, you place it in the box and it adds to the box. Right, okay, so... Because I know Kamash and Gear have got this sus, because you've seen the guild base. I mean, oh my god. So I just place it in here and it just auto stacks the max height on top? Is that what we're saying? So if I do this, it will add however much height? Okay. Give it a minute. And we'll see... We'll watch the skybox for the building move. I have 100% had to revive base building without a frem suit and not realizing how dehydrated I've got trying to build the base. 100% I've done that. How's it got? 16 seconds. Okay, let's just see how much higher this goes. And then I will become, what's he called in Shrek? Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to... Oh, there you go. And it just auto-aligned itself and everything. That's pretty cool. So, okay, I can now do Temple of Doom. You should probably put the initial fief floor to 10 before placing. Oh, you're talking about the thing that we were looking at before? Are we talking about this thing? So, 10th floor, yeah. I lost a little bit underground, but... Oh no, I didn't. So, hang on. I think I only lost 2 there. Because I placed the original fief down here. So that is 1, 2... Yeah, it's not counting right, but... Nope. Right, so that would be 1, 2... Yeah, so it's 2 above wherever that was. That was... Any higher than that, and the foundations in the sand were no longer inside. So I think we're okay. I think we maybe lost 1, maybe 2 blocks of height, but not much more than that. So if we count up, which is difficult because of the nature of this base, but... So there's the ground. 1, 2... Like 3... 4... 5... 5.5, yeah, because it's like halves I did and all that to try and get it to fit. So this would have been 6 high, which is ideal for dropping the first bit, and then 10. So yeah, okay, I lost 2. But yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that. Because now, I can extend out the way I intended, but couldn't. I had to build this like this because I'd built in one, you know, my XY was, well, not XY, but XZ was not in line with the build box itself, so it was completely unaligned from it. So it was like box like this for those on Twitch. So box number 1, like that, and I'd built the base like that, so it was all higgledy-piggledy messed up. And required lots of finagling to make it even work. But yeah, it's a good point, Ian. You make a good point. Small sand huts are the future. Taxation is theft. Yeah, you can get a lot out of a... what's it called? You can get away with the tax if you can get your whole base into... a sub-fief console. You don't pay tax on that. So if you can build a base without you can't extend with those, but if you can get your whole whatever you need of your base in there, yeah, you can avoid the tax. So I'll be back. I'm getting another beer. Athos, cute how they keep the sandstorm visuals smashing through your base as if your walls are non-existent. Yes. Well, it was always going to have a lot of similarities with Conan Exiles, given, you know. Aguntis. Well, yes and no. When you have that knowledge, and you're aware that that's how the block placements work, that allows you to go, right, I'm going to start here. Okay, let's get 6 blocks built. Okay, let's delete the subfief. Let's stand on those 6 blocks. Right, now I've got my base going up the cliff. Whereas without that feature, you would try and start your base on the cliff like there, and you couldn't build your base because there's nothing underneath it. So you would then immediately have to build the subfief height thing in order for it to work. So I might extend back onto there and incorporate some of the cliff. I don't know. The possibilities to expand for activities is endless. Anyway, so yeah, I think we've kind of fixed the main issues with me doing anything else with this base. So I think it's going to get a bit of a refit, but I don't know if I want to do that on stream. I mean, are you guys bothered? Do you want to watch me try and rebuild? Right, now I've added the subfief. Let's look at the machine count. Okay. So I've got 3,000. How you said 15 because I switched everything off. So what was the thing? Storage. So base area is cubic meters. It's so in squares. Building piece is much smaller. Production is still 38 of 48 now. So if I come and get 120 duraluminum, is that okay, guildies? Because I've spent the last few days just, you know. Ibanez Jackson. Ian Wall, hang on. It is in fact an Ibanez, and it's this one. I don't know if you can see that. Focus on the guitar. There you go. Maybe. Yeah, it's the Ibanez gem, you know, with the monkey grip, which miraculously is the same size as my hand. So my hands are about the same size as Steve Vai's. Unfortunately, I have none of his talent or skill. Or like a tiny fraction of it. It's a gem, yeah. And do you want to guess what this flowery thing is? It's another one. It's my first gem, actually. And this is a I think it's 89. I don't know if you guys can see. Hang on, I'm going to move the mic so I can get it in front of the camera. I'm going to move the beer so I don't knock that over. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, 89. So it's a gem production run, 1989. There you go. Yeah, it's a Gibson. Not an Epiphone, not a copy, not a Chibson. Actual. Made in the US of A. Holy crap. You don't get that finish from China. That's real wood. You don't get a maple cap, you get a maple print from China. This is a real Les Paul. And it weighs a ton. It really does. God, it's compared to the gems, it's probably more than twice as heavy. Yeah, it's a 2012 standard, so it's got the coil taps and stuff that Gary Moore not Gary Moore, sorry, Jimmy Page has on his 1960s. So you got like coil tap, independent volume, out of phase. It's just a bit of. I mean, you could easily just take that control board out, put 4 regular pots and caps in it, and it would be bog standard. But it comes with it by default. So you've got like a blow switch, which detaches the whole circuit and connects you directly to whichever pickup selected. So if you just want to push the amp as hard, it'll do that. You can pull a thing and it turns the instead of a humbucker and humbuckers work by being out of phase, but they're only out of phase with any background noise, not the signal strength. So they're working like that, and you can switch it to single phase mode, which is that. So they do the same cancelling, and sound like a single coil, but there's no hum. Yeah, you can Google it. If you Google Gibson Les Paul Standard 2012, they put all the bells and whistles that Jimmy Page has on his guitar. So you can pull volume 1 and make the neck pickup single coil out of phase, and then you can leave the other humbucker full, so you go up to the neck and you can play one, like rambling on. Ding 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 ding. One click of a switch, boom, like boom, full bore. Give some humbucker straight into behind me. I mean, Gibson make some of the best guitars, but who makes the best amps? Hang on, I have to move myself completely out of the way, I think. Oh yeah, all valves, baby. That's the 6101, if you want to look that up. That's the 30th anniversary head, which is from 1992. The Diesel, they're good, but they're a clone of a Boogie with an extra valve in the gain. Yeah, no, Marshall have a sound, Vox have a sound, Orange has a sound, Boogie. I've got a Mesa Boogie over there. It's a 1982 Mesa Boogie Mark II B. I wish it was a C, not a B, but it's a B. The B is the one John Petrucci used a lot for studio work in the early Dream Theater albums. Because the way the circuit's wired, the EQ is in front of the preamp. So if you try and use it like a modern amp, it sounds like shit. So you really, like, the EQ you put on the dials, you're really light with it, but then use the graphic to kind of get the same effect that you would normally use an EQ for, which is post preamp. What style of music do you play? Kind of lean towards rock, but I play everything. Reggae, ska, bluegrass, jazz. Because I was a session musician, I played in bands, and so you, as a musician, have to be able to play anything. Because to work in the industry in that way and not be a pop star or whatever in your own right, the real nuts and bolts is you have to be able to play whatever and get enjoyment from it. Okay, Carl, I love your take. Well, this is my life. Most of my life is spent blistering my fingers on these things. But there you go. Right, okay, so we has made progress with the bass, but I still need my big generator. Otherwise, I can't turn my other machines on. So we're going to go to big bass and get 120 duraluminum, I think is all we needed. Yeah, I just don't have... I lost the duraluminum doing that, probably in one of the phases that I did it in, but hey. But thankfully, my guild is a kind guild. I am a kind god. Leonidas, if you would only bow before me. Bit of a funny reference, but hey. Yeah, if you look on my channel on YouTube, you'll see videos of my old band playlist. I'm really skinny in some of them as well. I wasn't eating properly. And I have no beard. And then there's a bunch of me reviewing like guitars and whatnot. Because I was going to be a musician YouTuber. It was my first experiment, and then realised I can't afford to make a channel like that because I don't actually own a music store where I can get free gear to make videos about, you know. My YouTube, just Google Kalos 2. Just Google Kalos 2, I'll come straight up. So like my channel is 99% Anarchy Online, and then less than 1% Skyrim, Fallout, Prey, Witcher 3 actually might be a whole percent in its own right, because I did like all of that game. And so on and so forth, and probably less than 1% is the music stuff. Yeah, I remember Anderson starting out, and it didn't bother me because Lee Anderson is actually, as he appears in the videos, he's a completely genuine, decent sort of person. If you ever meet him, you know, he'll just speak to you like a normal person does. He is in the business of running a business, make no mistake about that, but it doesn't mean he doesn't love every minute of what he's doing. And the videos are informative, they are fair. Like when Meza Boogie released their, it was like an SM57 emulator box for a DI. They tried to review it and went, it kind of sounds like shit. You know, are we doing something wrong? Because the product just isn't very good. You know, and he's a dealership for them. You know, so he stuck his neck out on that one. Yeah, I've been watching their videos since forever. I remember the first few of them, they were on Rob Chapman's channel. He was doing them for him. But they're better with people like Pete and Rabia Massad and all that, because as good as Chappers is as a musician, as a guitar player, you know, modern guitar player, like Rabia is just fucking hell, man. He's amazing. For modern heavy rock with detuned and all of that, yeah. Drop tunings and all, he's just out there on his own. He's incredible. Oh, I can't carry that much. Well, I'll leave this here, this here, this here. What else? Have that. I just want to take the... Okay, well, it's going in the Thopter. Yeah, Beer is and he's such a normal guy, you know, there's just no bullshit with him. He's just, I remember their early videos and Beer is just like talking as if he's unaware there's a camera, which I kind of love. Don't forget to set, yeah, I'll set that base to guild. If I set the beef to guild, does it set all the entrances to guild, or do I have to fuck around some more? That's not where my thief is. Oh, it's, where's the hammer? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's somewhere in that general direction. Yeah, Beer's Gate. Pete's just like as a classic kind of player, you know. He's amazing. He's toured with massive stars as their guitar player. He knows the industry. Pete Honore, that's it. And Pete's like such an engaging, cheerful person to sort of be around. You know, when you see him, you're like, yeah, I bet when you're on tour, he's a great guy to be around. He's just like, oh, you know, I'm not going to get too drunk, but I am going to have a bit of fun, and I'm going to turn up and do my job and be cheerful and pleasant with people. It's just like, I'd love touring with a person like him. Because he'd have a couple of beers at the end of the show, have a few laughs, eat something nice, and then go to bed. He's that sort of, you know, sensible adult sort of person. I've done mini tours with bands, and oh my god, if anyone in the band is emo or whatever, I mean, they might be cool for an hour on stage, but when you've got to spend 12 hours on a coach with them, okay, no. They just make you feel like give up on life, you know. They just bring everyone down. So, yeah, you want more Pete and Leanderton type folks, you know. Is what it is. But yeah, when you tour with people who can chill and just be normal, it's great. When you tour with people that are egocentric and whatever else, it's just like, oh, jeez. You can take people like that in small doses. You can work with them in small doses because you're only at work at like 8 hours a day, and probably of that day you see them a total of 3 hours. So you're kind of getting them in short doses. But when you go and tour, you know, you've got them like 24/7. Yeah, if you join a band and think, God, they sound great, but my God, everyone's an idiot or an arsehole or just objectionable in some way, don't join that band. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do it. You'll regret it, and you'll suffer. Just don't do it. Right, okay, so we can now place the big windy wig of Wynn. I'm going to place it that way today. Because I feel like it. Until I move it later. I don't care. Right, it has no fuel, but I did get the fuel cells from it, I'm pretty sure. So if we hit refuel base, and now I've got to go to Arakeen and pay my taxes again. Refuel gens. 8 days, that'll do. How much tax? Oh, get to nothing. Okay. Yeah, I should rethink some of these. And there was another generator that unfueled itself. But I've got nothing. I mean, there's no point having everything powered all the time. There really isn't. So all of these should be good now as well. Your 2 days, yeah, it's Big Chonkus Boy is doing heavy lifting. Tim Pierce, I don't know if I know him. I might recognise him if I watch the channel. So I'm just going to go pay my taxes. Going to go pay my dues to the end. So yeah, I've always, I think, oh God, since I was about 5 years old, loved guitars. I can remember being about 5 years old, discovering if I plugged we had a, you know, the old compact cassette tape recorders. We had one of those, and I discovered it had like a headphone out, but if I plugged the microphone that it came with, which was like a crappy dynamic mic, if I plugged that DIN plug in, forced it into the headphone output, which was a big circle like the old, do you remember, some of you guys won't remember it, but back in the 90s we still had 5-pin DIN plugs for keyboards and things like that. Before that, they were used a lot for audio and other stuff. And if you plugged that in, the microphone became like a mini speaker. And I used to listen to Elvis singing Guitar Man, which was one of the tapes my father had, on repeat. Like, I'd listen and forward it back. on my pillow and listen to it and listen to it and listen to it, like almost obsessively, because I could understand that the instruments sounded different. Piano sounded like this, drums sounded like that, brass instruments had a sound, and it, you know, so at a certain point I think I that kind of musicality was there. It was just latent, it was just inherent or whatever, but my ears were tuned into it very, very early. I was just aware of it. I think a lot of people, they hear music, but they don't analyze it in any sense. They hear what the singer's singing and the rest is just background noise. But to me, I could always hear what different parts of an orchestra sounded like. I could hear what different parts of a rock band were doing. Like, I could hear that there was this different, oh, someone's playing lots of low notes, and then later on, oh, that's a bass player, and and obviously there's all this percussion and cymbals. Okay, that's the drummer and percussionist or whatever. My brain immediately could separate them all and hear them as a whole at the same time, and it's a wonderful way to listen to music when you can actually do that. And it's also a terrible affliction because you've fallen in love with a field of kind of work where 1 in 1 million with talent is successful. In fact, there's a higher percentage of untalented people who are successful versus people that are talented. As ridiculous as that sounds. There's people with no real musical ability at all, but have a lot of charisma and stage presence, who are hugely popular, but have clearly no musical ability whatsoever. But there you go. Who was the dipshit rapper that pretended he could play guitar? He sounded like a 5-year-old in a music store. Tripping over an instrument is what he sounded like. I can't think of his name because other than a select few, very little rap kind of appeals to me. Do you know what my favourite rap song is? Is Weird Al Yankovic doing Too White and Nerdy. I know it's a parody song, but I actually think it's slightly better than the original. Everyone has talent. It's just sometimes it's on the surface and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's buried and you work hard at it and it becomes more. And sometimes you never had it to begin with, but you were successful anyway because you just tried hard enough. That's life, isn't it? Yeah, there is truth in that. There is truth in that's an old gag from the sort of 40s onwards. But yeah, it is kind of true. It is kind of true. But if the best bass player you've ever heard in your life, and you will have heard them but won't know who they are, is Karen. No, is it Karen or Carol? Carol Kay. She has played on more records than you can. It's just like gobsmacking how much stuff has been recorded that's her, and how many songs that were actually saved by her musicality and knowledge. She did it's on YouTube. She did an interview about her life. I think it is Carol Kay. Yeah, she is just, that's her. She's been around forever and played bass. She can play guitar really well, but got more work as a guitar player, as a bass player rather, for recording sessions. But back in the day. And the amount of songs she said, oh my God, bless her, she's still alive at 90. Carol May you live forever. You're a legend. Yeah, this one, you just won't. Just watch the whole thing, and she will literally blow your mind. There you go. I'm going to share that over on Twitch, and I'm going to share that on there, but I can't play a second of it on the stream because I'll get copyright strike. But, you know. But yeah, what she can do and what she has done are just, oh my god. Some of the songs she saved by being musically invented. You know, the world of popular music would look different if not for her. You can't understate, you can't overstate just how much influence she had. Honest to God, I mean, watch her. When she picks up a guitar just to explain a point, you'll realise how effortless doing what she's doing is for her. And you realise that you know nothing about music, and you're watching and listening to a person that it just has it in their blood, so to speak, but worked hard at it, understands being timing and everything. There's so many great guitar players can play a bazillion notes, but they can't play in time because they never practiced with metronomes or drum machines. I mean, nowadays less so, I guess, because you can practice, and everyone's got a metronome. You can just download the app, boom, free metronome, you know. But unless you're practicing with one, you will end up playing out of time in a band. No matter how fast you can do this and how quickly you can integrate your fingers and picking, you're going to have gaps in that playing where you change from position A, position B, position C, whatever, where there's a slight millisecond or so pause, and it puts everything else out of time. Now, modern studios can digitally correct that, but if you actually practice with metronomes, which is what I did, and drum machines, which is what I did, you know, I'd borrow my sister's Casio keyboard and just put a 4/4 beat on it and practice to that. And that made it so when I joined a band, I would play and the drummer would be like, yep, there we go. And I would lock in. And that made everybody else lock in. And then the whole band would gel, you know. Robbie Rob can play in time. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people can play in time. Some people just inherently feel it straight away. Some people don't. But she explains the difference. She does of that whole video, she does a 3-minute section where she demonstrates it. She puts her metronome out. The metronome mechanically going, or, you know, actually going, and it's robotic and lifeless. She starts playing along with it, and suddenly it sounds like the metronome is like swinging. It's like it makes it sound like the metronome moved its timing, and it hasn't. It's a machine. It just does tick tock like a wristwatch or whatever. But when she plays along with it, it sounds like the metronome has a swing beat. That's how good she is. Look at my big, beautiful machine of win. Right, so I've now got all this better allocated space and height. So I better do some serious base building now, I guess, for here. Not sure how I'm going to work it. Oh, I probably need filters. Yes, I do. I need some makeshift filters at least. Yeah, which means I can correct all this crap that I had to do because I screwed up my base build. I'm kind of curious now. Let's just go structural. I've got no granite stone. Right, okay. So we've only got to there. Can I come out one more, or are we... That's it. I can't go out one more, but... And I can't go... I can't place on top because the pentashield's there. But what I can do now is... demolish that. And this has always bothered me since I had to put that there. Is I can now go for incline. Let's go Atreides. I've moved most of my Atreides stuff to here. I can now run into the base a bit easier. So that's set to 4. If I set the base to associate, do I have to manually do the doors? I think I do. So hang on. Permissions, no. General. I'm going to put it back to 3, but then I'm going to change all the entryways.
Weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
So that's this is stage 4. I actually set that to 4 manually because Soto Mahoney was driving up it on a sand bike. That's a 4, so that's guild. Let's check the pad because I rebuilt the top one. 4. What's the big one? That's 3. Okay, I'm going to change that to... There you go. Right, so that should be more or less as it was. I'm just wondering if I can remove the corner and get away with it. Oh, it stayed. Okay, well that's better than I hoped. Atreides Ruse.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Nice. Right, okay. Part picker. For now. I'm going to vastly change this later, but just for now, it's nice because I always wanted it to look like that. Where's the store? Can't even see it. It's like 5k away. Where are you? Oh, it's coming in from this side, so it's not even in here yet. Yeah, there's a ton of really great musicians out there that, you know, no one's ever heard of because they're listening to, you know, complete crap. Sorry. You know, what's popular, let's say. But I'm listening. I can't.
Sector weather
once you
alert.
become
A large sandstorm is
familiar with music and musical structure and timing and you know, the whole thing, it's kind of impossible to listen to music without that trickling in just a tiny bit. It's really difficult to just blindly listen to something. But at the same time, I heard Oop Goman. What was it? The South Korean guy. Was it Ganga style? Gammon style? What the hell was the song? I could hear how catchy it was, but I was like, okay, that's a catchy riff. And he made a hell of a lot out of it, you know. Do you use them? Yeah. I know they don't take a lot of energy. And tell you exactly how much energy they use.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
So if I go up here to the corner, that uses 84. That uses 48. That one's longer, obviously. Oh, we're in the storm. Oh, well, I'm staying up here. Let's get in the shade. Wanted that transparent box thing on top of the base, but I know what you're saying, Aguntus. Yeah, do you really need that? Because actually just one, you know, shielded door is plenty. And to be honest, no, I don't use the lower ones. When I fly in, I always like drop in from the top. No, if you stand in the sun, or does it? Oh, right, I'm in the sun. Still says water seal, so yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just instinctively staying out of the sun. Nah, Penta protects. Yeah, not Omnitech, Penta shields. A product of Omnitech Tech. Protects. Yeah, I guess I just wanted that glowing box on top of the base. I think, and you know, early first week I saw everyone else had built their landing pad in a very similar way, and I thought, oh well, you know, basically that's how you do it, you know. Oh, the storm doors that close, yeah, they could be kind of, you were distracted though, yeah, I suppose. So I was looking at other bases close by to mine, because I didn't even have an ornithopter or anything when I got here. I got here on a sand bike. So I was going, oh right. And then the first thing, I made a buggy and I built it on the roof, and it had none of this. And then as I'm building it, I need one more thing. I need to refine 10 more aluminium or whatever it was. Which I was farming on a buggy to build, on a bike to build a buggy. So I went, you know, I was driving all the way there, filling a sand bike buggy and my inventory, driving all the way back, you know, doing it the hard way. And then I started building the buggy, and live on stream, the storm hit and like half killed the buggy in the meantime, which is nuts. So then I built the Pentashield. Before I built the ornithopter. Yeah, so if anyone remembers that stream, yeah, that was funny. So maybe you know what? Let's where's the let's get into the still suit and do maybe a little bit of building. But before we do, let's see where that spice blow was that just happened. Dude, where's my compactor? Oh, someone's flying out to it already. Oh shit, where's my compactor then? Uh-oh, because it was a good compactor. It's not on my drill shot. Yeah, let's try that. Oh crap, don't tell me I've gone and recycled that somehow. Where the hell's my compactor just gone? I always have that on me. Oh shit, don't say I've gone and recycled it or dropped it somewhere. Holy hell, please no. It was a good one. That was the Deep Desert blueprint one. I think I've still got a blueprint. Check here is the only other place I could have put it. Because I haven't interacted with any other chests since the start of the stream. Did I miss a storm or two at parts of the base is damaged? Where? Wait. Yeah. Apparently I've just lost the pentashield here. Are we just looking at that? Oh. Parts of the base are damaged. Which parts are damaged? No! Go to the repair section on the build tool and run around the base. Okay. Oh, I know what you mean. Perfect, 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 perfect. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the floor there was not happy. Okay, all along there seems okay. It's possible that happened. Like maybe I powered down without realizing. This is weird. It must have powered down at some point then. And I've not been here to notice it. That could have happened before we did any of this though, I think. I must have done, but it could have been a long time ago because I accidentally deleted the the thief once before. I don't think I did it on stream though. It seems to be all the parts have been down the longest, so I think it is from there. Unless it decided, like that, I only built, what? An hour ago? Yeah, this has got to be old damage, I'm guessing. Or maybe some of it just gets wear and tear regardless. You know, that's the thing. I mean, the damage on them is really minimal. And I'm pretty sure the first time I had to redo the thief, which I did on the ground floor, some of the corners were even worse, and it was because I accidentally deleted the thief. I probably damaged it while Spider-Manning trying to get in your... You weren't Spider-Manning, you were let me in! you were SNL that night, mate. I come downstairs and there's this sandbike trying to mate with the pentashield. And it's Soto Mahoney. Trying to get into the base. because the door wasn't set to whatever. Alright, let's have a look. General to power 15... 55 of 21. 50... Yeah, we're good. I could probably lose that generator as well. Can I? Let's just try. Let's turn on the spice refinery. See what happens. It uses 200. That's a chongus amount of power. But I'm not using it all the time, is the thing. See, it hasn't actually moved. It's still saying 1755. It's like turning it off did nothing. Or turn, you know. So I've turned it off. Does it only reflect if it's doing something rather than it just sat there? I mean, I haven't got any spice anyway. Take my all my spice sand goes to the guild base now because we've got the big spice refinery in there, which is the sensible way to do it because you get a higher return on the spice sand. So small spice refinery ideally gives you 1 melange for every 100 sand, whereas it's much better conversion on the large one, which is 4 blocks high. It's humongous. It's literally 4-story thing, and that does 50 sand to 1 spice. It's like double you know, double the output. But I'm also concerned where the fluff my compactor went. Seriously now, guys. I'm going to have to come back to the base and make sure I didn't just drop it there. Scout. It's not in the scout. It's not in the assault. Not in my inventory. That was the quieter one. Okay, it's not in there. I don't remember getting rid, but maybe I did. I sure as shit didn't recycle it. Please, God, tell me I didn't recycle it. I couldn't have done that. I'm sure I remember repairing it, but I was repairing everything I had equipped. Okay, I'm freaking out a bit now. Right, so if I wanted to build another one, it wasn't that, it was that. And I haven't got any more permits for it, but I could, it was the compact compactor Mark V. It was a special one. So I need to know what the hell I managed to do with that. You have some blueprints in container. I have a lot of blueprints, I know. None of those are that though, not recently. What the hell happened to it then? I need AO items. AO item assistant is what I need. What am I doing with my thing? Oh, it's there. Okay, none of those. Yeah, but it was the actual unit and it had tons of life left in it. There's a tiny bit of sand I do have here, but wasn't that. It had a lower worm threat. That was the thing with it. It made the job easier. Oh, please, don't mean that I go back and watch the stream and the bloody thing, I watch myself recycle it. I suppose it's possible, but we're going to check every chest in here. Yeah, but I only swapped it out for that at the guild base. I need to double check the chests I interacted with at the guild base just to see if it's actually there, because I had it earlier on. Nope. 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 No, where the fuck my compactor? Wait. Is it on a different slot? That it shouldn't be. No. Tile cutter. Fufas. Cope. Construction. Yeah. It's not there. I've not interacted with these chests today. This is the first time. Right, I'm coming back to the guild base and just checking something. There's something very odd about suddenly losing that. Just double check here. Nope. Nope. I mean, it only had about 10% red on it. It had loads of light. I just want to... I'll only check the chests that I directly interacted with. There's nowhere else it could go. Didn't store it in Buggy or at Spice Place. No, I've used it today. I was almost certain I had it in my inventory. See, what's worrying me is I have that, and I thought I recycled that. My biggest fear is I've gone and recycled the bloody compactor and kept that piece of crap. And literally, if it's not at the main base, at the guild base, I think that's maybe what I just did. Because typically that lives on button number 8 for me. I'll just build another one, but I don't have a blueprint for it. I learned the blueprint so I could repair it. But I think it was Gear that gave it to me. Yeah, I don't think so. I just want to check the chests that I interacted with and which are not blueprint chests. So if it's in one of them, that's what I did. And it's a used item. But I will go and check the buggy as well. I did do a bit of faffing about at the palace base, trying to get all the power there. I'll just check all the bases I've been to today. That's the only thing I can do, and if it ain't there, then hard lines. I'm just going to have to get another blueprint. Excuse me. Checked all the boxes here. It's not there. Yeah, it would be the actual item, so I'll check my other base. I'll check the palace one, because I went there today to power it up again. But I was out in the buggy doing it, so I'll check here and then I'll check the mining outpost, and if it's not there, then I know what I did. You know what I mean? It's on me. It's no one else's fault. I've been clumsy and gone and deleted a, high quality thing. Yeah, my plan was to connect that and that, but it's going to take a lot more work. No, some rando blueprints and stuff. Nothing in there. Yeah, there's not a lot in the way of storage here. I remember coming here and repowering the base because the power had gone down. Okay, other spot would be the mining outpost. If it ain't there, then I know what happened. I managed to delete it like an idiot. Damn, always be very careful before using your recycling machine. Because you don't get the base mats back, you get some of them, not all of them. Like if it's built out of duraluminum or whatever metal, you don't get that bit back. 3 is the amount of bases. The guild base is the guild base. Gear built that. I'm pointing at the wrong base. It's that one. You may have some infused Duradust in the recycler. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I just effing well goosed myself, but there you go. We're nearly there. I'll check this base. If it ain't in that and it's not in the buggy down in Haggariff, then I've gone and recycled the damn thing. And that's on me. That'll teach me. Double check before you recycle. So my mining base is completely nothing but that. It's a box where I park a buggy, go out, mine stuff, and then take it away, usually in an assault ornithopter for aluminum and basalt. That's all this place does. That's all it exists for. It's just a mining outpost. It's not meant to be anything special. And it's set to guild, so anyone can come out and use the buggy or whatever. Right, let's check the buggy. Nada. Let's check the chests in here. Nope. Nope. And no. One last place to check. And that's the buggy in there. I think I've deleted it, guys. I think I recycled the damn thing. So the other place would be Chome Extraction, blah 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 blah, over there. If it ain't there and there's the duraluminum infused dust in the recycler, we know what happened. I think it's a foregone conclusion. You did not visit it. I'm not sure if I did or I didn't. Not sure, either way. I reskinned the buggy there recently. So it's now the Atreides buggy. Not on stream, no, but I was playing for like 4 or 5 hours earlier today. So I could have done the thing of dumbness. Would be nice to see somewhere all your resources you have. Yeah, there's a third-party program made for that for Anarchy Online called Anarchy Online Item Assistant, you know. You have a buggy outside of the base. It will not stay forever. It is in Haggariff. It is sheltered permanently. No storm shall trouble it. So yes, it will stay there. Well, not forever, because, you know, the parts wear out, but... Cars, as soon as you go down here... We hit T. Oh, no, that's not T. Enclosed, but also we're sheltered. Everywhere down here is sheltered. So if I jump out the building out here now, I'm enclosed, which is where my buggy is. Nah, I've gone and fucking deleted it like a noob. Piss off, I'm not in the mood.
I need reinforcements.
Remove one wheel so it can't be pushed around. No one's ever done that. If I find it moves to whatever, yeah, maybe. But there you go. Yep, I reckon I've gone and deleted my goddamn compactor. some reason I hate Haga Rift area. It takes forever to go by motorcycle. I know the reason you hate it. Because you go by motorcycle. That's why you hate it. Damn. Well, I need to build another compactor because stuff spawns. I'm going to check the recycler, and like you say, if it's got the duraluminum dust in it, then yeah, I'm a numpty and I fucking did it. As soon as you get an ornithopter, the whole map is a different experience completely. Yeah, I mean, I like it because it's got the low worm threat. I mean, but it's only medium. But it was nice to have. Storm status sheltered. Safe from storm at risk means something else. It stays for a long time but will eventually be destroyed. They implemented a feature in beta. People left vehicles all over the place. Well, the damage to the vehicle can constantly be repaired. Because the more we use it and go back there. We checked that one, didn't we? Yes, we did. Right, okay, so let's go to the recycler. And there's your spice-infused duraluminum dust. I fucking recycled the stupid ass thing instead of that. Arse. I reckon that's what I just did. Damn it, Janet. You'd be surprised how easy it is to get an ornithopter. You just, with a little bit of help, you'd be amazed. Compact compactor. I'm sure that's the one I had. Yeah, worm attraction intensity medium. It might even have been compact compactor medium Mark 5, which I have no permits for either. Ah, damn it. So I got, I could make another one of them. One of these high worm attraction. But I need duraluminum more than I have, so I can build that one. I just can't build the other because I don't have a blueprint for it. I don't think. I didn't see a blueprint for it in any of my chests. I mean, I can go and look what they're going for on the, you know, on the market, but I suspect very, very expensive. I've got the compact compactor Mark IV, which is aluminum, but does have the lower worm threat, I think. Let's research it. Compact compactor Mark IV is aluminum. Stats 70 worm attraction medium. Yeah, so I could build that. That'll do. So I need what? More aluminum, which I do not have, but I can get very quickly. I don't think there's any in here. Oh wait, how much can I make? 1. Yeah, no. We need more aluminum. It's yeah, it's the low low worm threat that's the thing. So rather than go, there was a Mark III. I think I had a Mark V, dude. I think I deleted the really good one that I got from the deep desert. So it's on me. You know, yeah, I fluffed up. Probably reading chat, had too many beers, not paying attention, and yeah, it's on me. It's not on anyone else. load of aluminum and I'll make that. Damn. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I did. Conan won. We know. Landstrad. So they're gonna get exclusive armor. Okay. Well, it looks at the moment. Yeah, that looks to be the thing. Okay, that's enough to build it. Long way to go, maybe, but once you start farming aluminum and you build that ornithopter, getting out to where the aluminum is, etc., gets massively easier. Getting to anywhere is just massively easier once you get flight. It's like a completely different game once you can fly. Driving everywhere. I mean, it's cool because you see a lot of stuff and discover lots of stuff, but my god, once you can fly, it's so much better. Right, let's build some aluminum. Like with an ornithopter, I only have to go that far to get it, because I don't have to get stuff from above the ground. I can go up to those places and get it, otherwise you've got to go miles to get it. So like, it's on top of those spires. You go aluminum. Otherwise, it's nowhere at ground level until you get all the way out to here. And then it appears, you know, so once you get that, it's great. And then the same for erythium, or however you pronounce that. Where the buggy is on top of Chome 1, which is just chocker with this stuff. Aetheryte crystals. There's a bit more near Chome 4. But with the different levels, it gets very confusing in there. I appreciate that, because I was driving around there in a buggy trying to farm it for cobalt paste. But as soon as you get an ornithopter with a scanner, it's like, what was I worried about? It's so easy. So yeah, get your ornithopter built as soon as you can. Just a basic Mark IV. The difference that makes to your getting around the game world is just amazing. I mean, our guild, if you join and you're someone we know, you'll basically get one given to you. I mean, we've had people that are on other servers that have come to us. We've gone, here you go, have an ornithopter, like Space Quest or whatever. It is your plane. You know, so now you're okay. So that will give me the medium thing. So it's not as good, but okay. That'll do for me. Thankfully, I had some spice-infused aluminum dust, but it's not the Mark V, which needs spice-infused duraluminum dust. I mean, that one, power consumption, gather rate high, and the one I've just made is gather rate probably lower than that. Wait. Oh, it's jumped into the slot. Medium gather rate, medium threat. It's more the threat that's the thing. Yeah, just careful going from day one. Getting an ornithopter before a sandbike ruins the game experience. Yeah, I mean, you're going through it the way I went through it, with the suffering in Hagar Rift without an ornithopter, going there on a sandbike. The thing is, I did it, and I know my way there, and if I went there on a sandbike, I would, like, drive to this corner, cross here, drive up there, take the road from here, go down, take the third left, follow along, and I learned how many levels there are in that place. You know, so, and I always went with plenty of fuel and just explored until I kind of memorized how it is down there. And even now, with an ornithopter, I still get lost. Once you get an ornithopter, I mean, you would never go there, because that's quicksand, right? So you can't drive over that. And you wouldn't go from my base straight across, because you're driving a much longer distance between rocks, and you'd be driving over drum sand. You know, so there's a lot of that goes on. But you kind of learn how to get in, how to get out the hard way. But when you go there on an ornithopter, it just doesn't matter. It's just put a marker and fly towards it. Really enjoyed that solo grind. Me too, yeah. There's a lot to be said for it, because it teaches you about self-sufficiency, understanding what's around you, and, you know, that constant threat of the worm. But once you can fly over sand, the worm is only a concern. The worm is only a concern when you're farming, you know, flower sand or spice or anything else off of the sand. Outside of that, it just doesn't bother you so much. You're like, oh, spice blow, and you fly out to it, you land, start compacting, worm comes, you're like, woo, get in the thopter, and phew, up in the air. When you do that on a sandbike, you've probably gone to nearly red worm sign before you've got to it, which makes it really hard, because you're like, oh shit, I've got to just like carry on to the next piece of rock, or try and do a U-turn and fly the other way, and it's really hard, and you're probably going to die and become worm food, which happened to me more than once. So, you know, it's all relative. But it is good that the game is as hard as it is to begin with, because the payoff once you get further along in the game, once you get flight and better gear and everything else, is you feel that sense of progression and accomplishment, and it's really good. I'm just wondering what I'm going to do with this base now. Now it's all aligned and like everything, you know, so I can extend out at least to that cube there. The front, I think, is fine as it is. What's that out there? What are these rando markers? Is that too close to the shield wall? What are those things? They're usually like a warning that it's too close. This is. But I mean, it's inside. I mean, I could still, should I choose to. It's still inside. That shouldn't be a problem. Perfect. Perfect. That's not. That took damage. That took damage. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know with the damage. I'm gonna have to keep a good eye on that, I think. But I don't get what these marks are up there. What the hell is that? What are they? Why is there those highlighted markers in the wall? What is that to? What's that informing you of? Yeah, it's all inside, so it's all should be protected by the power. So, yeah, does anyone know what they are? Yeah, being given an ornithopter at the beginning of the game doesn't give you the experience of the game. If you've already gone through the whole thing and you're joining friends on a different server, that's a whole other shebang, you know? Because you already know what it took to get to that point. I think we're going to do some serious base rebuilding tomorrow, which will start with farming lots and lots and lots of basalt and flower sand to make all the Atreides building blocks, and then make a better base here. I think that's the way that it's gonna go. But yeah, I'm glad I did it. I know it was awkward and I lost 120 duraluminum, but you know, it's all a learning curve. I'm gonna build a Tower of Doom, and I'm probably gonna do a lot with this because there's a lot of things I had to kind of force to work here, which you can see with the random roof tiles poking through and stuff, which I think I can fix and make look 100 times better. Go tower, says Splugworth. Yeah, so I can build square so far, and then we're gonna go Umbrella Corporation. If you want to know what that is, you see over there? Actually, I've got enough suspensor belt to get there, I think. And I don't. Thankfully, did not die. But yeah, I nearly got there. The Mark 6, I'd have got there. I almost got there from my base just on a suspensor glide, but there you go. So this is Spluggy's base. See, no boxes going on here. And my only contribution to his base is the carpet. But look how well that fits. His whole base is this hexagonal thing, which is cool. Stealing your water. Actually, how much water have you got before I do that? I should check. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Actually, yeah, there you go. I'll give it back. Yeah, so very cool base. Health and safety called. Where are the banisters, sir? Sir, where are the banisters? Where are the rails for your base? Are your workers insured, sir? Can I get to my base from here? Oh, no, did that wrong. Okay. Yeah, the initial solo grind is a thing. It's absolutely a thing. I can almost do it. I think a Mark 6 belt, I could do the whole distance. Well, I just expanded the base 5 by 5, so it'll be fun to build this. Yeah, don't worry about the palace thing that I built. That doesn't matter. It was a good learning experience. Especially, don't delete that bit. Understanding the mechanics of foundation to build upon. That was really funny, man. I know I went, fuck. But it was like, well, this last hour's in the toilet. But then, from that experience, you know, can try things here instead of wrecking guild base. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the guild base is awesome, dude. And the job you've done on that is amazing. You know, my hat's off to you. the amount you built in such a short time as well is just kind of nuts to me. And I, you know, this week I've got all the time in the world to play, and even I couldn't have done it. You know. But yeah, we'll do some remodeling in here tomorrow. I'll probably start when I get up, because I'll wake up excited to do the remodeling early. I'll wake up and go, oh, I can do all this with the base now, and by then I'll have had all these ideas. You know, I'm going to build the Death Star or something. I'm still waiting for someone to do that. I've seen Imperial destroyers and whatnot, but I've not seen anyone try and build a sphere yet. I want to see if it can be done. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Whatever you do, don't delete them stairs. even with supports directly under them. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. I heard me some spies. Watch me go out and find it and lose everything trying to get it. Okay, where the hell was that? Or was it? Sure. They do sound incredibly similar. Not seeing a plume anywhere nearby. The hell was it? Nothing at all. Is that over out by Sheol maybe? Because I wouldn't visually be able to see that. I reckon it's somewhere over here maybe. Don't know. Nowhere near me anyway. Gonna make this big enough to accommodate the wings. Yes, I am. Right, okay. So I'm gonna have fun with the base tomorrow. You can only go night. Yeah, someone has a video and a diagram of how structural support actually works. It's kind of weird, but from what I understand, you can stack foundation blocks and then go 9 in a lateral direction, but you can then put foundation blocks on top of that 9 and move another 9 forward, and it all works until someone deletes the first block at the very beginning and the whole thing goes it's on the floor. Is TS10 drum sand? I am not doing drum sand. Nah. No, we're not doing that. We're gonna log off. We were on till midnight last night. Poor old Space Quest must have been exhausted. Right, okay. Is anyone else streaming Dune? Almost certainly. Let's go to Stream Manager. We go raid somebody with people. Anyone we know playing? Streamer house, like a conglomerate corporate thing, aren't they? Or something. Oh my god, I'm sweating up here with the computer running and all that. Let's have a look. Someone with not many viewers, that's what I'm looking for. Drops welcome, Spice Core, 15 viewers, how you doing? See, he's got a fun title for his stream. Let's have a look. Okay, we're doing ads. Okay. This guy, he looks like he's questing. Are we gonna...
Fell, defeated by House Moritani in the War of Assassins.
Super Duper may not be streaming
I will be
tonight.
saddened if the same fate befell.
Okay, you'll do, dude. Let's go raid you. Side quest hero. Okay. I'm gonna raid him. Same crap, different guy.
Is there like a soccer match or something? Is there some sort of that? Because usually that's what brings down Twitch.
All aboard who's going aboard. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Until then, I will say bye for now.
Guess who's really on the struggle bus? Bing bong.
And for the YouTubes, good night all.